I watch as my world's going up in flames. Through the black smoke I can see your face. Embers they rain as the walls come down.
What we're doing today is we're gonna do shoulders.
Where do we go when the lights go out? I gave you my blood, my sweat, my tears, and all you ever did was leave me here.
That's for you, Lance.
Set me on fire, cause you love the hurt. Set me on fire just to watch me burn.
Still holding it together. Oh, I got some new pictures printed since the last time you were here. So this is Corey at the Masters Olympia, and next to that was her at the Arnold. So two of the big stages in the world. Pretty cool. This is I put this in my drink when I'm working out. It's called Carbolin. So it's good to have some energy in your system when you're training. I train in the morning, so I'm for the most part fasted. Eat a banana. I'm a banana. And then I get some of this stuff here, and it's less glycemic. This is kind of a complex carbohydrate, and so it kind of goes in your system. It stays in your system longer, and it doesn't kind of give you that sugar high. Sugar highs are not what you want. You want more of a consistent kind of quick energy source when you're training. So it's a little bit of natural sugars, which are for me a banana, and then this is more like a kind of like a slow drip of carbohydrates. So I've been using wrist wraps for past like 10 years now. So wrist wraps for me help me support my wrists with weight training. And so for me as a surgeon, right, these are extremely valuable. I actually have my hands insured, believe it or not, with a separate policy. And so surgeons tend to have problems with their hands, their intrinsic muscles, which are the small muscles in their hands. You see my hands are, my pinching hands are very strong. That's what that muscle is. Kind of weird looking, right? But it's called the abductor of the thumb. So pretty good grip strength, but the way we position our hands in surgery and just the manipulation we use with all the procedures we do, specifically the more physically strenuous procedures like liposuction, doing this a lot, we get carpal tunnel. And carpal tunnel is one of those occupational risks that we have as surgeons. I do things a little bit different. I'm always thinking ahead of protecting my body for the long run. So I have just finished 10 years of my practice, and I'm hoping to get another 20 years out of my body before I start, slowing it down. But I'm trying to keep my body healthy, so it starts with my hands. So I always protect my hands because I train every day. So I'm wearing a belt now during training now, so I wear a belt more consistently now. And now in surgery, during surgery, I'm wearing a belt. So that is consistent with people who have professions where they're actually on their feet all day and they're working really hard on their feet. I think it's something I can incorporate into what I do every day. So I'm gonna be wearing next time you see me, you'll see my new belt. It's pretty dope. All right, so today what we're doing today is we're gonna do shoulders. So last time we worked on legs. Did legs yesterday, pretty painful. Shoulders for me is important to understand that the shoulder is a very dynamic joint. Multiple muscles attached around the joint to keep it stable. Those of you guys who've had shoulder surgery know that it sucks. Like having shoulder surgery is probably the worst thing you could ever go through. It's really hard to get through and recover from. You're never back to normal. Having shoulder pain is extremely painful. So for me, it's more lighter weight, just higher volume. Like I don't do heavy anymore. Like everything for me is nothing less than 15 reps for shoulder. So let's go ahead and get this started. Just gonna pound out like 30 reps here.
Set me on fire just to watch me.
doing side laterals is you don't need a lot of weight, number one. And then number two, where your hands are in space are important. So when you come straight out this way, straight at the side of your body, what you're gonna get is end up you get a little bit more of your traps and your rear delts. Side lateral should be more in front of your body, like this. So maybe at a 45 degrees to the body. So up and then down. Try not to swing. When you start swinging, it's because your weight's too heavy. So it's really just kind of coming up and down. So it should be very, very, very precise, very mechanical, very controlled. So I don't like sitting around, so I always end up doing something different. So work on my calves almost every day. So I started doing these probably about 6 months ago, and I like them a lot now. So things with calves is that they're a very, 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 very stubborn muscle to train. At least for me, what I've noticed as I train my calves is that I do a lot more high reps. And then range of motion is super important with calves. You need to go all the way down, all the way up, full contraction. And then you just kind of start feeling the blood flow, and it starts getting fuller and tighter. That's kind of what the feel. You want to feel that every time you train calves. If you're not feeling that stretch on your skin, you're not doing anything. So this is gonna be like the main kind of sets for, I'll check my shoulder workout today. So kind of what I'm gonna show you here real quick is that I'm gonna start from 130, do that for 10 to 15 times, and then drop it to 110, do that 10, 15 times, and then do another one. So it's gonna be a drop set, and I'm gonna do that 3 times basically. And after we finish here, then I'm gonna do front raises. So drop sets for me and shoulders are really a good thing, just because as you're dropping the weight, you're just forcing the blood in there. Just keep force. Shoulders get big, it feels great. It's called the pump. Always chasing the pump.
How would you feel if your dreams were sold?
At this point, it's burning pretty good. Stop. Alright. And this is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be the front head of the shoulders. So I tend to do this sitting down to kind of decrease me swinging. So you can do this one hand or 2 hands. I like to do it kind of one-handed, that way I kind of focus a little bit more versus swinging. Next thing here is we're gonna do rear delt stuff. So one thing about rear delts, very small muscle, you don't need a lot of weight. It's really small muscle. Don't try to kill yourself doing these things. So we're gonna do this. And then I'm gonna show you this cool kind of way to do cables. I love cables for shoulders. Cables are great because the tension for cables is consistent, and you're able to maintain kind of a range of tension associated to where you're putting your hands in space. So we'll show you that, but it's gonna be a 2 back and forth thing. I'm just gonna pound these out. It'll be 3 sets. Now my shoulders are warm, so we'll just kind of start working. So this is a rear delt machine. It's by Prime. Start here. So this is one thing I'm working with Corey right now. We're trying to develop her inner back, her mid back, for next season. We're gonna focus on that, trying to give her more of that 3D depth look. And so from here to here is really that's all your rear delts are doing. It's from here to here. That's all rear delts. From here to here, it becomes the vertical part of your traps, and then your rhomboids, which are in the middle of your back. I'm gonna do 15. I'm gonna drop it down to 90. I'm doing 110 right now, and I'll drop it down to another 90, and then we'll do that another 15 to 20 times. So.
I gave you my blood, my sweat, my tears, and all you ever did was leave me here. Set me on fire 'cause you love the hurt. Set me on Catch me on my knees, my heart, it bleeds while you pour gasoline all over me.
Oh, this is an exercise is for rear delts. So one of my good friends named Ryan Workman, he showed me how to do these. So what we're gonna do here is, we'll kind of talk through it, is this is rear delts. So what I'm doing is crossing my cables this way. It's just, you can see what I have. It's just the balls really. And then we're gonna do 20 just to here. Now to 20, you're gonna do 10, we call big circles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And those are really burning. And then when you're done with that, then we do 20 partials. So just maintain tension, come in like halfway through the range of motion. And that, my friends, will light your rear delts up. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but you can kind of see my rear delts really starting to kind of get full. But I think we did this in Hawaii with Lance.
We had a hard time with it. The first time I went to Hawaii, yeah. He's like, shit.
Yeah. I love these. These always work. That's a wrap for shoulders. Hope you picked up something. The next series for this, we'll probably do a little bit of chest. And we'll talk a little bit about back. I think back training is, for me, a big focus of my physique. Again, another indirect reason I weight train is kind of maintain my body for what I do as an occupation. So strong back is important to me. And also it's kind of a status symbol. Most people don't really train their back as much as bodybuilders. So it's easy to train your shoulder, you train your chest, but having a good balance front and back is important. Not just in physique, but for me, again, posture is a big thing. So if you're too top heavy at the front, you tend to kind of go like this. You have a strong back, you stand a little bit taller. Again, you have my occupation of manual labor, so I want longevity in my career. So we'll do a back workout. If you liked anything which you saw on this workout video for shoulders, give me a comment. Love to hear it. If you want to see something else you wanted me to kind of talk about, happy to talk about that. But I hope you get something out of it. Try to get a little bit of the medicine, physiology, tips and tricks. Again, that's the purpose of my channel. It's all about, I'm the Fit Doc. I'm the only bodybuilding plastic surgeon in the world, and I believe in lifestyle changes, healthy, maintaining your body, and living healthier longer. Super key important. So thank you guys for following. Hope you learned something, and stay tuned for more.